All right, so let's solve LeetCode problem number 1159, market analysis 2. So this is another SQL category problem, which is the difficulty level is hard. And so let's go through this problem statement. So we are given three tables: users, orders, and items. Okay, so and this is basically the record there. So users table has the primary key user id, which is 1234, and when they have joined and what is their favorite brand. In the items table we have item id and the item brand. So in the users table, the item id not mentioned, the item brand favorite brand is mentioned. Okay, and orders table is a typical transaction table where we have buyer id, seller id, order date, and which item the buying or selling has happened, right? So what we have to find out the result table, that for each user the second sold items is their favorite brand or not. Okay, write a SQL query to find for each user whether the brand of the second item is their favorite brand or not. If the user sells less than two items, okay, then of course the value will be no. So let's say let's reconcile the answer. So we have seller id 1, and their second favorite item for is no, because the user id 1 hasn't sold anything, right? Let's see, in the seller id you won't find user id 1, right? So that's there. So similarly on 4, again no, because their second sold item is not their favorite brand. So number 4, the second sold item is 2, right? And 2 is Lenovo, and what is 4's favorite? It is HP, right? That's why it is not there. But for 2, the second sold item is 1, and 1 is Samsung, and for user 2 it is Samsung. So this is correct. So for 2 it is yes, and similarly I think for 3 also, if we see for the second sold item for 3 is item ID 3 as well, LG, and for user 3 it is LG. So for 2 and 3 it is yes, and for 1 and 4 it is no, right? So let's jump into coding. So let's switch to our SQL editor. So here, let's first create all the BDL and insert statements just to get started. Okay, let me just copy paste the table creation and insert statement. So this is there. Now what we have to find first, we have to find the second sold item, right? So how can we get that? Of course we have to use the rank function. So see, rank function. Yes. So the seller ID 234, and 1 is not coming because 1 itself was not there in the seller, as you have seen, right? So it's a pretty straightforward rank function and partition by and order by. So here in any this analytic function, order by is the mandatory clause and partition is kind of an option. But here we are partitioning it with the seller ID, right, as per our requirement. Now what we have to do is find the item IDs for user ID, right? So in user table, we only have the brand, right? We do not have uh, uh, the item ID number. So here with this query, we are finding the user ID and their favorite item ID. Okay. So what we have to do, it's straightforward. We need to do a write outer join, right? So what we'll do is here the, let's say A, this is right after join, and we'll make it as B, and of course we have to join by the seller ID and user ID, right? So let's see what result is this. So let's start from. All right, so now it becomes very easy, right? If you see for user id 2 and 3 we are getting a match, and for user id 1 and 4 there is no match. So all we have to do is, if item id is null, then we'll make it as no, and if item id is not null, then we'll make it as yes. Okay, and we can just do it by like this. Remove this from. All right. Okay. Yeah, so this is our solution. So as you see, this is a pretty straightforward solution, even though the problem statement is a little lengthy. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.